welcome back to Variety Hour. It's been a while, hasn't it? Today, we will be reviewing these Baldi plushies. Yay! Plus the small little Gecko guy. Hi. Alright. So, I guess we should start off with Baldi himself. I hear every door you open. Well, this plush is actually pretty good, to be honest. I mean, it's the first plush toy in a franchise, and it's I mean, it's good. It's I mean, like it's fluffy. Though I do have some complaints about it, obviously. Why would I be reviewing something if I don't have complaints about it? This head, you can probably tell, but this head has seams all over. On the back, the sides, and the front has this giant head seam. And then there's his back. That seam is horrendous. I don't know if it's just mine, but oh yeah, and it's missing stuffing on the upper arm, which is annoying. On both of them. If you can hear, like, you can probably hear that rubbing sound. And it's missing a tiny bit of stuffing on the lower legs, but, well, and another complaint I have is that Baldi's nose isn't tall enough. It's not raindrop shaped enough. And it's not raindrop shaped enough. It's not really that bad. Oh, and I appreciate that they didn't just print on the mouth, but if you look closer, you can clearly see the fabric. It's not like the rest of it where it's just a plushie. It's not soft. It's just like regular string. And the eyes are kind of good, except for the black part, the pupil. It's hard. The pupil is hard. And it's not soft because it's made of a different material. It's like this, but it has a border around it, and it might actually just be some refined Velcro or something that doesn't stick. And the color of his ruler and his hair is wrong. His ruler and hair are supposed to be orange. Like, you can't tell me this matches Baldi's complete orange ruler.
Yep.
And it doesn't even, like, and his hair. His eyebrows are his eyebrows and hair are also brown, which they are not. If you look at the more recent Baldi renderings from Public Demo Up, it's completely orange. It's not. Oh yeah, and you can't make his hair do this signature curly thing, so that's unfortunate. But I mean, overall, it's a decent Baldi's a decent plushie. Now on to It's a Bullion. I have far less gripes with him. I mean, he has a double chin seam, so that's nice, and well, not nice. It was just, and this border around his hair is not good. But and the color of the blues are slightly off, but other than that, it's a pretty good plushie. Oh, besides the back seaming, of course. That's a problem with all of these. This seam is horrendous. The seam is just not... This one is just not good, not bad or terrible or anything, just not good. But at least I appreciate... Oh, and the legs have a different stuffing. It's weird. It has beady, like, ball stuffing, and as opposed to... And so do the arms as opposed to the fluffy, squishy filling in there. And the upper legs are completely empty. So I do appreciate the seaming to make it clear that's where the bends in the legs are, as that's actually a feature on It's a Bully, where he's missing the kneecaps because Miss Man couldn't add them in the time frame or something. And they actually did the distortion effect pretty well. But his eyes don't look like his regular eyes, and his smile is a little less distorted than I'd want. And and his nose is soft, but Baldi's is less soft and more hard. And his eyes are have the same problem as Baldi's, but he's and this front seam is just bad, but he's a decent plushie, so that's nice. Playtime. I have the most praise for this plushie. I still have criticism for it because why wouldn't I? But it's great. The hair. They did an amazing job on the hair. Playtime's hair in the game is swirly like lines drawn in MS Paint, obviously, because and her eyes are also swirly, but they interpreted that as curls, and it looks really real, like good. This looks like a 3D version of Playtime. Besides the cartoony outline, which they obviously can't do in the real world, but what can you do about that? And this smile is almost like it's printed straight out of the game. And these eyes, they did them really well. This represents Playtime's eyes really well. And the nose, although I wish the nose had some sort of outline around it, which they could have done by hell, they could have colored it in, and that would have been cool. But I would have preferred if they kept up the quality of this being sewn on and not just printed on fabric. Yeah, none of these have printed on fabric, which is nice. Oh yeah, and we'll cover that later. She has a double chin seam though, which is sad. But she doesn't have a problematic seam on her back. Like, she has a seam, but what are you expecting? It's a separate thing that you can almost take off of her, except you can't because it's sewn onto it's weird. I don't know how to explain it. But, and her jump rope. This jump rope is so accurate. Like, it even has the little messy rope at the handles, which is just like the game. But now we have a problem. Playtime's underdress is not white. In the games, it's red. It's red in the game. Like, we can't even see her underdress, but we assume it's red because, well, you know, if it's out like that, like, all I'm saying is she does not have a white underdress. I think it's just because they had to use some basic plushie body for the bottom, and they just put this on. And I'm glad that it's like an actual dress that can be lifted, but like this isn't even soft or plushy. It's just, and it has the same horrendous seaming as with all the other Baldi plushies. So that's a problem. But other than that, this is a really great plushie, and that's great. We're not reviewing Happy Baldi because he's basically a complete clone of Baldi, just with a different face expression, which is certified lazy. And now we've made it this far, so here's our little gecko guy. He has underleg seamings, obviously, and his feet are, like, bad. But, like, this was a free plushie that was given out at a convention to my dad, and he just gave it to me. So I think this is pretty good. It has this seam on the tail, but it honestly makes sense since most geckos like have something like that. And this head seam is kind of annoying. But they actually did. This would be good in a way. And he has this weird thing on his neck. I'm not sure if you can see, but it's like hard, but it's not like a tag or anything. It's just, and yeah. The red is a seam, and it's barely visible and kind of messy. And the eyes, they're hard plastic. Not even any fuzzy layering. Which is sad, but what can you do? Hey, at least he has nostrils, though. And he's overall kind of... He doesn't have... Obviously, he doesn't have the signature Fat Mojo horrible seaming on the chest and back. And this isn't printed on color. This is actually stitched on, so that's nice. Yeah, this is a nice plushie. I sleep with him a lot. Don't judge me. And it's good. So this is, come on. So we got Playtime Baldi. It's a bully. I love chips. I get angry and reach problem. I do not have the line memorized. What is wrong with me? I have been playing this game for 2 years, and yet I still don't have it memorized. Yeah. And we got our Gecko friend here, which I just threw on as a bonus. So, I mean, the Gecko obviously hopes you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.